And we are live. What is going on, guys? Hopefully, everyone can hear me and see me here. Let me know if you guys can. I'll wait for some folks to trickle in and let me tweet out the link. What is good? What is good? What is good? It is draft day. Yes, bear down. Philip, serve, Rez. What's going on, guys? I'm hyped, man. I'm so excited. Yeah, just wanted to hop on here before the draft starts, obviously, and just talk about the draft and answer your guys' questions, and maybe we just can get it popping then. So we can just go ahead and get started here, man. You guys want to go ahead and submit your questions, do so, and I will try to answer as many as I can. Yeah, happy draft day. Happy draft day. I can't wait. Let me just start by saying this. All right. I don't remember a draft as unpredictable as this one in a while. Like, I'm not even sure we feel confident about any pick. I know people are saying, oh, Bryce Young is going number one, and that's a lock now. I'm not even sure about that because a few weeks ago, that wasn't a lock, right? People thought it could be CJ Stroud. Like, it's crazy. And now CJ Stroud is not even considered a top, 5 pick. He's a top 10 pick now. So like, is Will Anderson going number 2? Are the Texans taking a quarterback? Now I see rumors saying the Titans are jumping in and taking a quarterback by trading up with the Cardinals. Like, there's so much uncertainty with this draft that I think you can literally not pencil anything in, and everything is up for grabs. Like in past drafts, if you remember, like we had some sure things like, oh yeah, Trevor Lawrence is going number 1, or taking you way back, Andrew Luck is going number 1. Like, we knew, like Miles Garrett, he's going number, like we knew for the most part about the guys, and maybe even saying, hey, the draft really starts at 3 or 4 or 5. I have no idea what's going on in this draft. I'll tell you, I think Bryce Young's going 1, and based off of everything I'm reading and hearing, I think Will Anderson's going 2. All right. 3 is Arizona. I think they probably trade out. I literally just saw Pro Football Talk, Mike Florio, say he's hearing that the Titans are going to trade with the Cardinals for the number 3 overall pick. So they gave up the 11th pick, and then they give up, I think, DeAndre Hopkins. So like the Titans could jump to 3, and then at 4, I think the Colts will definitely take a quarterback. That much I do think I know. And then at 5, after that, it's kind of like a free for all, right? So like Jalen Carter, could it be Tyree Wilson, whatever the case is. So all I'm telling you guys is, like, there's so much uncertainty with this draft. You don't know what to expect. With that being said, let's go ahead and answer some questions. Again, super chat if you want your question answered right away. I'll try to get through as many of these as I can. So let's see here. Rez, happy Thursday, happy draft. Yeah, happy draft. The day we've been waiting for. Yes, we have been talking, Maurice, for so long. I made so many videos about the draft, and the fact that it's finally here is just crazy. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped, and I wanted to hop on a little bit before the draft because obviously I want to talk about and answer your guys' questions, because you guys will obviously be talking about the draft or watching the draft with me. So, yes, serve. We've been waiting for so long, Faiz. Yes. Derek Lee, Faiz, love your content, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Jay Williams, go Bears. Yes, sir. Quantum, who do you think we pick, and who would you personally prefer? If you guys don't know by now, you should. My pick is, drum roll please, PJJ, Paris Johnson Jr. I think he, to me, is the safest pick. He hits the biggest need. He's got all of the physical tools, massive arms, massive guy. He's got the experience playing in a big time conference against NFL talent. Like, I think you've got every box checked with Paris Johnson Jr. I know there's no such thing as a surefire guy that like will not bust, but I don't feel that about any other prospect more than Paris Johnson Jr. in terms of who the Bears realistically could pick. Yes, there's other guys out there that a lot of people like, Peter Skoronsky, right? He's another one. Obviously, we know the issue with the short arms. I've heard about Tyree Wilson possibly dropping there. Jalen Carter, a lot of red flags, obviously off the field. So I can kind of poke holes in everybody. JSN, everybody's favorite receiver. I can poke holes in everybody. The guy I can't poke the holes as much in is Paris Johnson Jr. He is my guy. Whether we trade down or get him, trade up to get him, I don't care. I want Paris Johnson Jr. Wouldn't be mad if we got a Darnell Wright or another offensive lineman, right? Maybe a Broderick Jones, but my guy is PJJ, Paris Johnson Jr. All right. Philip, odds they do something like pick a cornerback or wide receiver. And if you want me to give you a percentage, I probably say a cornerback 5 to 10%, receiver 10 to 20%. Still pretty unlikely, but that's what I would say. Jose Faiz, did you know you're the best Bears analyst on YouTube? I knew that. I'm just kidding. I didn't know that. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys enjoying the content and thinking that, I'm one of the best at it. So I do it for you guys. That's it. Scandalous, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is it Jalen Carter at 9 or trade back as the only two options? No. You can take an offensive lineman at 9 or you can trade back. I know the Jalen Carter rumors have just skyrocketed. Mike Greenberg came out and said that, it's a lock that Jalen Carter is going to the Bears is what he's hearing. I don't think anybody really knows. Honestly, folks, like my gut feeling is telling me no, but I could be wrong. But no, I don't think those are the only two options. Frogman, where is it going to trade down to Pittsburgh and get the wide receiver? Yeah, you could potentially trade down with Pitt. They are definitely a team that's interested. We've heard the rumors. We've seen the rumors about them wanting to trade up. I think at that point, you trade down with them and you pick up an offensive lineman. I don't think you get a receiver. Moncar, I hope we get Johnson and stay at 9. I hope so too, but we could trade down. Just be ready. All right. Lil BK Hawk 19. What's your prediction for when the Bears pick is made? Mine is 8:15 Central Time. So you're asking me to give you a time when the Bears pick is made? Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know about that. Let's see here. Bears have Davos or Bears have so many needs. I hope they trade back to get more bites of the apple. Absolutely. I would not mind a trade back. I'm just telling you, if we stay at 9, my guy is PJJ. But yeah, absolutely. I think Ryan Poles does trade back in this draft. I think Ryan Poles wants to trade back. I don't think he wants to stay at number 9. I think he wants to get as many picks as possible. One scenario that I would love is you trade down with the Titans, who are at 11. So you drop down 2 spots and you pick up like an extra, I don't know, second round pick if they do give that up, or a third round pick. And now you could probably still get, Paris Johnson Jr. So I would love to do that, get a trade down there. We'll see. Thomas, stay tuned for my final mock draft after the draft. You're welcome. I have been so busy, guys. I apologize for that. I should have gotten that out to you guys much sooner, but it's been crazy. Been busy with the playoffs and whatnot. But honestly, folks, I'm just happy that we're at this point. Scandalous. If you believe in Braxton Jones as left tackle, I think they'll trade back. Yeah, I agree. Lyle, you should hop on Twitch. Man, I need to do a lot of things. Need to start posting on Instagram. Need to start going on TikTok. I got to do a lot of things. I promise you, I'm trying to do my best, absolute best here. Got a little bit more time now as we approach the summer, the off season. So I will do my best. Rez Nav Ops 143. What do you think so far? Poles going to work since hired? I think Ryan Poles has been solid. I think he has been solid. I wouldn't say he's like completely hit it out of the park as a GM, but he's been solid. Look, getting DJ Moore this summer was an absolute, steal, and I think he deserves credit for that. In the same vein, I could say that last year in free agency, I didn't like any one of the guys he signed in free agency. Right? They all pretty much busted. Right? Byron Pringle, Larry Ogunjobi. Like you can go down the list. So I don't. Again, like every GM, he's got his flaws, he's got his pros, his cons, but it's still early, so I'm still giving him more time. But so far, he's been okay. All right, let me see here. Lucha, Jose, I've dropped all of the Bears YouTubers. Only need 5. Honestly, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I'm not going nowhere. Bird, a boy, love watching the videos day one. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Bird. Evan Device, Nolan Smith, please. Nolan Smith would be a wild card, man. He'd be a wild card, but I don't think I want off the ball linebackers at that pick, especially when we sign so many linebackers. Lindsey Gardner, what pick would you legitimately be upset with something that makes you throw your arms in the air? If they take a cornerback, I'm not going to be happy with that. Or if they take a running back. Look, I love Bijan Robinson, but he's a luxury and not a need. Running back position is just not something that we need at this point. And if they take a cornerback, I would not be happy with that either. Jesus, Godines, any trade with the Steelers must include getting back our own second round pick. I agree. Give me back that 32nd pick. All right. Omar Khan, give me back the GM of the Steelers. Give me back my pick for Chase Claypool. Would love that. Evan Device, our GM was an O lineman. He can find those in later rounds. Yeah, he could. I'm just telling you, that's my favorite prospect. You guys asked me who I like. That's who I like. That's who I like. Devin DYD want Bijan, but there's bigger needs. Absolutely. I like Bijan Robinson, man, but it's just too much of a luxury. It's not a necessity. It's just not. Riley Washburn, now that Green Bay has 2 first rounds next year, I'm all for stacking future potential trading on. Absolutely. You definitely want to do that. We're not a finished product yet. Jose Padilla, Faiz, when are you going to be on First Take or ESPN or something? Soon, I hope. Man, like just waiting for the opportunity. Hopefully they watch my videos and give me that chance. So would love to that's the dream, right? That's the dream, to get on TV one day and talk sports and do what I love to do. So you guys can keep watching it and maybe share that. And yeah, maybe they can check out my videos one day. Al Knox, can't we get offensive tackles later in the draft than draft Bijan 9th? Just asking. You want Bijan Robinson at 9? I don't, just because, again, it's just not a position we need. You guys have to understand this, right? I get it. We can get offensive linemen later in the draft, but I am telling you, if you have not a sure thing, because nothing's a sure thing, but if you have a prospect that you feel really good about at a position of need that can protect Justin Fields for the next 10 to 15 years, why wouldn't you want to do that? Because right now it's either O-line or D-line. And I'm not going to be annoyed if they take D-line, right? If we get a Tyree Wilson, if we get somehow a Will Anderson, I'll be ecstatic. But I'm just telling you that, to me, the biggest need is O-line and then D-line. So why can't we do both? Why can't we draft one and then get one later? Like, I need this offensive line to be solidified. Fitzu, is PJJ a lot for top 10 at this point? I think so, man. Honestly, I've seen him going mocks at as high as number 3. Like it's really, really getting serious for PJJ. He's been on everybody's board. I even saw Ian Rappaport tweet about the fact that he's going to be one of, if not the first offensive lineman off the board. Like it's basically him, Peter Skoronski, Broderick Jones, like between those guys. I told you who we getting. We want PJJ. Michael Frostu, glad you're going live for the draft. I jumped off another channel to watch. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate that, man. I just want to answer as many questions for you guys as possible. Let me go a little bit quicker here. Mark Anthony, what do you think of the Aaron Rodgers trade? I gave my thoughts, man. Look, I thought the Jets lost that trade in terms of the compensation. They did give up a lot, but for them, I get it, because they knew going this offseason is Aaron Rodgers or bust. So if Aaron Rodgers is able to get them to the promised land, and then they will have no issues. And for a guy who could only be there for one season, objectively speaking, I think they lost that trade. Walter Paris, we got to protect Justin. Absolutely. Guys, at the end of the day, we have the receivers, we have decent running backs, we have weapons for Justin Fields. Now let's protect him. Let's protect him, all right? I don't want Justin on his back. I want Justin protected. That's why I'm pounding the table for an offensive lineman. Kev Cook, let's go Bears. It's time to bring back the noise. Let's get it. Frogman, Will Smith from Georgia. Bears going to pick at number 9. Not sure. John, appreciate your videos. Thank you so much, John. We need O-line bad. Justin, yes, we do. I'm glad you're online right now. Thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate that, brother. Philip Pfizer roster. Come on, Bears. Fill trenches with linemen. I hope Ryan Poles is listening, man. Ayan Ali, Skoronski, or Paris Johnson. Paris Johnson to me easy. I just think he's got more physical tools. I think the tape, you could say, is a little better, and just the size. Size is what puts it over the top. So even if Jalen is there, would you still take an O-line guy? Jonathan Orbick. I think I would. And here's why. Jalen Carter, to me, has too many red flags for me to feel comfortable taking him, right? The off-the-field issues that he has, the character issues, the work ethic issues, you have to dedicate somebody to watch this kid and make sure that he does not mess up and stays, kind of on his toes and stays in line. It's a little bit too much of a risk for me. I get the talent is there, but there's been a lot of talented players in the NFL that have come and have become busts because they didn't have the work ethic and they didn't have the character needed to be good. And I fear that with Jalen Carter. So yeah, I'd pass on him. Crash. I hope we get Paris Johnson if he's taken before 9. I'd be okay with both. So here's another scenario. Let's say you guys ask me, Faiz, what happens if PJJ is taken before 9? So let's say he goes before 9, right? At that point, I would prefer, if I'm Ryan Poles, to trade out. So trade back, go to like 15 or 16, try to grab a Darnell Wright. That's what I would do. If you're going to stay at 9, hopefully one of the defensive linemen fall to you. Like, is there a scenario Tyree Wilson falls to us, defensive lineman? Maybe we can get him at 9. But if not, trade back. If PJJ is gone, trade back, take Darnell Wright. All right. Crystal, they're going with Skoronski. Is that what I read? Sorry, I lost him. I think they're going with the boring Peter Skoronski. Crystal. I wouldn't hate the pick at all. He's a local kid, Northwestern, my alma mater. I wouldn't mind it. Eric, yo, my dude, what's good, man? Back at it again. JGC 327. Thank you so much. You already know it. Vinny T, how long have you been doing this? So I've been doing YouTube for believe it or not, like 6, 7, 8 years maybe. But the thing is, I didn't take YouTube seriously until maybe about 3 years. So I really consider it 3 years of doing YouTube because I had my channel at that point, but I was barely posting. Riley Washburn, unless the Jets win the Super Bowl, they got fleeced in that trade. I agree. I think they gave up a lot. For them, it could be worth it, but I gave up a lot. Justin, I take Carter, but I'm old school. I like heavy hitters. I love Carter as a talent. He is arguably the best defensive lineman in this class as a talent. I'm just worried about the character issues and the work ethic issues. Jose says, JSN, we don't want to see him in a Packers uniform. Look, folks, JSN would be a wide receiver 4 on our team. Why would you want a guy at 9 where, you worry about the playing time? Like, I get it, next year it would be good because if Mooney or Claypool are gone, he'd step right in. But, man, like, that's, like, such a luxury and not a necessity. That's where I'm at. Jim, will you be going live for the entire draft tonight? I probably won't, just because the draft is insanely long. And, it's going to be hard to talk about all that. But what I am going to do for you guys, as I always do, is as soon as the pick is made, I'm making a reaction video as soon as it's made. So don't worry. Every single pick from round 1 through 7, I'm covering, going to give you guys grades on it, everything else in between. Don't you worry. Let's see. Justin, I don't think they'll take Skoronski. Poles likes people with right measurements. He's not going to take big chances. Yeah, one thing I've noticed about Ryan Poles, guys, is he likes to take guys that fit the athletic profile. He likes guys that test well. So that's what also tells me that, like, he'd take PJJ over Skoronski, and PJJ's got all the measurables you'd want in an offensive lineman. So that's another reason why I think that too. So let's see what happens. But yeah, everything is about protecting Fields. Just like you said, Corey, none of this matters unless we protect Fields. So we're 10 minutes away, man. I can't wait. I'm super hyped. I'm super excited. I will try to do another live draft. I'll try to do another live stream probably right after or early next week. So look out for that, man. But I'm going to go check out the draft now. But thank you guys so much, man. Appreciate it. And, go Bears. Keep rocking.